Hello Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. My name is Katie. Welcome to the channel, and this is your 4-month reading. So I'm going to start off by finding a card for the theme of each month for September, October, and November, and December. All right, what does Capricorn need to know for the month of September? Go. Got October, November, one more. Okay, so starting in September, we have, when I surrender my will to the care of spirit and the universe, I attune my energy with an ever-present stream of well-being. So I definitely feel like the well-being is what's sticking out. In September, there's going to be a focus on you and increasing your overall wellness and well-being, okay? There's definitely a sense of like self-care and kind of leaning into this idea of surrendering to the higher power, higher spirit, right? Let's see what tarot card is supporting that theme for September. Okay, the 9 of Wands. I feel like there's definitely like this stubborn type energy when it comes to you surrendering. I also feel like you're gonna have some sort of, I don't know if you're gonna get like a cold or like something, but your immune system is kind of in question, which is why I think, again, the focus is getting on well-being. So you might want to really increase your vitamin C, also vitamin D. I feel like there's also going to be kind of like this, this attitude of like not giving a shit, okay? That's what's coming through. But you definitely need to give a shit about yourself and your well-being. You need to take time. I'm also seeing like honey tea and steaming, like putting boiling water in a bowl and then put a towel over your head and let the steam kind of do its thing. Yeah, definitely. Because I feel like with the 9 of Wands in reverse, there's definitely an emphasis on your immune system. And it's interesting too that it comes up with the well-being. Okay. I do want to read this. When I attune my energy with an ever-present spirit, excuse me, I'm just going to read the whole card. When I surrender my will to the care of spirit and the universe, I attune my energy with an ever-present stream of well-being. So I felt like I was drawn to that card to help you remember too that part of your well-being is your spirituality, and your spiritual side, and being able to also kind of foster that through the month of September. I keep going back to like this tea, seeing you like relaxing with a cup of tea and taking a moment to really reflect and kind of bringing in that energy that aligns mind, body, and spirit, okay? For some reason that needed to come through. Okay, let's get another rose card for Capricorn in the month of September. All right, Sun, that's awesome. You have the sun coming in. Joy, enjoyment, life force, success, vitality, and play. So I feel like when you are able to really hone in on your overall well-being and really, it's this emphasis on the physical and the spiritual, okay? There's also mental, emotional stuff, but like the physical and the spiritual, when you can do things that are feeding both of those, that's when you're going to be in this sun type of energy, okay? And feeling more joy and feeling whole. That's what's coming. There's also the fertile void. This is all about resting, rejuvenating. So I feel like this card is coming to almost emphasize that when you're starting to feel sick, to rest. I feel like you guys need to give yourself permission to rest when you're feeling sick, which there's a lot of us out there, especially them type A's that've got their goals that they want to reach. You're not going to reach your goal as full of ease, as you would if you were resting and taking care of yourself. Again, I'm getting very much so this overall well-being. That is definitely the theme for you in September. September is an interesting month because, you know, it's back to school, the seasons are changing, we're kind of getting back into a routine, and we've been somewhat programmed to be in a routine after the summer break, right? And I feel like it's a really beautiful time for you to focus on changing your habits and focusing on the things that you need to bring into your life for you to have an overall better well-being, okay? What does Capricorn need to know for the month of September? Okay. Let's get organized here. Okay, so I definitely feel like this whole idea of well-being and even extending it to be a little more practical, like just embodying more things that are providing self-care. It's a karmic lesson, a contract that you've signed to yourself, your higher self, that it's a lesson you're down here to learn, is how to properly care and love for yourself. And I feel like there's a big shift in the emphasis for that during the month of September. There's also, I feel like, Spirit of the River came out to support the Sun card because, again, this is a joyful card. It's adventure. I'll just read this similar. So, movement towards adventure, joy, enjoyment, life force, success, vitality, play. I definitely feel like you are being asked to be in a playful state, which I know is kind of interesting. How do you rest and play at the same time? I feel like your overall theme is just well-being, okay? And you're needing to take a step back and rest when it's appropriate, but also part of well-being is being happy and finding joy and having things in your life that you're looking forward to and excited to do. And I feel like something's going to come, a little adventure in the month of September that's going to bring this sun energy, okay? It could be traveling, it could be spending time with a friend or meeting someone new, doing something you've never done before, but something definitely is coming in the month of September. So I feel like those two cards are kind of, well, the Spirit card for sure is related to the Sun. These next two cards I feel like are kind of clarifying the Nine of Wands in reverse a little bit. So Nine of Wands, you're stubborn, rigid, you feel like you're in this kind of defensiveness, and again, stubborn is coming out very, very strong. But you have the Magician's sword, which says confidence in your magic. I feel like when you, I mean, look at how pretty those are like the same colors. But when you are able to have this link between the physical well-being and the spiritual well-being, that's when this card is going to kind of come into play, and you're going to realize how strong you are and how capable you are of getting through things. I do feel like there is, again, just this stubborn attitude about taking care of yourself. But when you care for yourself and you have an overflowing cup, that is when you can really get things done. That is when you have the right energy to, you know, perform at your best. So you can come to the table being the person that you want to be, right? Showing up in a way that you want to show up, whether that's in a relationship, your family, with friends, the workplace, you're able to show up in a way that really resonates with you. So again, emphasis on the two parts, the physical well-being and the spiritual well-being. I do feel like the spiritual well-being kind of takes you into this stage of feeling directionless, because you've got this lost in space. So I feel like it puts you in this headspace where you're starting to question certain things and you're wanting to discover the answers. It could be, you know, a new thing at work. Maybe there's a new skill set, you know, project's coming in and it's requiring you to develop a new skill set and you're feeling kind of lost with it. But I feel like that process, that thought process, you going through that emotion really is going to bring out what is necessary for you to move forward with whatever it is, whether that's a relationship, project, your career, whatever, okay? All right, so let's move on to October. We have believing in spiritual guidance gives me certainty and the freedom to keep dreaming, even when I can't see the result. So I feel like, again, this lost kind of energy, feeling lost, is really what's propelling you into October. And when you can rely on spirit to guide you, I feel like that path to whatever's leading to this is going to be easier on you. Okay, so I do think that's why there's this emphasis on the spiritual well-being in September. You might want to consider kind of reviewing what spiritual habits are in place for you. Do you meditate? Do you do breath work? Do you journal? Do you sit, quietly while you're enjoying your cup of tea? That kind of came back to me. But out of those things, what makes you feel spiritually aligned and feel like your spirituality is on point? Okay, because those habits are going to serve you well in October. Okay, so let's see sorry, this is bugging my hair. Geez, who cares? Okay, tarot for October. What tarot card does Capricorn need to see? Okay, you have the Six of Wands. So, okay, yes. Whatever this thing is that you're kind of feeling a little lost about, I feel like you come out completely victorious, right? Like you're so assured of yourself. You feel, like you've won, you're victorious. You get some sort of praise from it, like almost recognition, public recognition. Not like, public's not the right word. Maybe like your supervisor recognizes you, someone you're in the relationship recognizes, what you've done. There's definitely a recognition there. I definitely feel like you are sitting in this kind of like celebrity type energy where you're just feeling like unstoppable. You're feeling seen. You're feeling really loved and appreciated. And that's such a beautiful energy. Okay, let's pull some rose cards to support that tarot and kind of get some more information on that. What does Capricorn need to know for the month of October? Okay, so we have Mother Rose, returning to each other, compassion and humanity. So I feel like whenever you're receiving this recognition for whatever you've accomplished, humility is going to go a long ways. I also feel like it's going to bring in some deeper connections. The work that you've put in, the other person is going to appreciate it so much that it almost opens them up to get to know you better and get to know you on a different level. There's just a deeper appreciation that almost sparks like a curiosity, which I think is really cool. And I feel like the other person involved in this is just, there's like a commitment level that happens. It was almost like, not that you needed to prove yourself, but the other person was a little unsure. Like they could feel the stability and the strength within you, but they were unsure of your commitment level. And so whatever this thing is that you do, this project, this situation, whatever you do that they're appreciative of, makes them commit to you to some degree, okay? You also have the bloom, which is creations realized, right time, harvest, celebrate, okay? That's, which I feel goes really, really good with the recognition of the Six of Wands. I feel like after this thing, whether it's the project, this thing that they're appreciative for, you really internalize it and you feel celebratory, like within your spirit. Like it just feeds you in a way that it's never, you've never felt before. Sorry, I haven't even shown you the card. I also feel like by completing this and going through this experience, it kind of lights a fire under you that propels you forward in future endeavors, whether that's work or the relationship. Like it almost allows you to commit to a different level to this person as well, or this project or thing. But there's definitely the timing is right for something to not just start growing, but to really grow bigger. So if this thing has to do with work, I feel like whatever direction this experience or project steers you in, be all in, like go all in, because the timing is so right for that. It's very, very supportive. Okay, let's do some shaman cards here for Capricorn in the month of October. Okay, let's get one more for the month of October. Okay. Okay, so the first one is mini masks. So when you start moving towards this project, right, and you feel like it's starting to grow, you need to remember you're being asked to bring your authentic self. So I just got this vision, whatever, this picture of you not being a yes man, like this, your boss, like you're moving forward with this project and your boss comes in and you're like, no, I don't think that's the best approach, because authentically you feel like there's a better way of doing it. And so that's just one example, but I feel like when you are taking off your masks and being truly who you are during the month of October, I feel definitely like late October, even trickling into November, it's going to serve you very well, because you're going to attract the right type of energy. You're going to exude the right type of energy too, which allows people to kind of gravitate towards you in such a nice way. Again, the recognition, I feel like that's a good theme for this month, because it just, that recognition, feeling like that energy is kind of swirling around you a little bit. I'm getting that impression from this card. You also have balancing act. So I feel like this is kind of going back to this card, right? You had your physical and your spiritual well-being. You get so focused on whatever this thing is that you've accomplished that some of your spiritual practices and your well-being practices are falling to the wayside a little bit. And if you feel like it's definitely like this balancing act between being able to perform and having this spiritual side, right? The thing that you're encouraged to remember during the month of October when you get to this stage is that when you have your spiritual habits and your practices, they make the material things come with more ease. So you're able, it doesn't have to be a balancing act anymore. You can just stand in this type of energy and get the job done and feel good while you do it and be energetically aligned, all of that good stuff, okay? I do feel like there's coming a period, definitely towards the end, where you kind of fall into this spiritual narcolepsy, meaning that, again, that like you just aren't doing the habits, right? You kind of neglect the spiritual side of you, and you're being urged to not let that happen. I think it falls off momentarily because you're so obsessed with whatever this project or this relationship, whatever this thing is that's coming to bloom in October. And so this is a gentle reminder to not let it fall by the wayside. Okay, it's kind of what we already talked about. It's kind of funny how that happens. Okay, let's move on to November. Directing my focus onto what's thriving creates more of what I want. This is beautiful. Okay, so I feel like it's a whole repeat of what I just said. When you're able to come to the table with your work, your energy, your approach from a very grounded, aligned state, meaning mind, body, spirit aligned, and you're aligned because of the spiritual habits that you do every day, that is when, how did they put it? That's when you're able to recognize what is thriving in your life and you're able to put the energy there. But if you're not taking the time to develop or enhance your spiritual wellness, you're not going to get the signs or be attuned to seeing what is thriving. Okay, I do feel like, I'm curious to get the tarot, but I do feel like come November, whatever this thing is, it is just like it is. It's thriving in November. So if it's like work and a work project, I feel like you're taking on more responsibility. There might be a promotion for you. If it's a relationship, it feels like you guys are very solid and moving forward with things. There could be some sort of commitment level on your part. I mean, we know we went through the commitment in the early stages of October, but this could be an actual like declaration of that commitment, okay? All right, let's pull the tarot card for Capricorn in November. Okay, so you have the Death card, which is perfect, I think, for this timing. I'm willing to let go of the past version of myself. Okay, so you've received all this recognition, right? You are feeling so good. You've also had like the sun coming through in September. You've gone into October where you are getting that public recognition. And now I think, again, the emphasis on this spiritual narcolepsy is because you're going to shift. You are going to have a mindset shift from this experience that is really going to impact the way that you live from here on out. I feel like there's going to be a declaration of you putting an end to something, but there's going to be that declaration within yourself that you're going to say, no, I no longer am going to act this way. I'm no longer going to make this choice. And it's very like clear cut. There's no emotion involved. You're just like, this is what I'm no longer doing. And I love that. I do feel like a lot's coming in. Like this thriving energy felt like a lot, but it feels like you have a lot of, what do I want to say? Like signs, experiences that really give you like an aha moment that brings so much clarity to kind of your life purpose, which is very, very beautiful. I love that. Okay, let's see what rose cards come in for you. How about Capricorn in the month of November? I do feel like with this authentic energy that happens in October, that it's kind of leading up to this bigger transformation in November, for sure. Got Moon, Sagittarius. Ooh, okay. Beautiful. Okay, so the first one we have, okay, healing the mother line. So this could be ancestral stuff, but I feel like what this card is implying is just this transformation and you leveling up, you becoming more clear about, again, like the meaning of life, your purpose here. Like there's a lot of clarity. I keep hearing that is clarity. You gain clarity during the month of November. One thing that I think is so beautiful with this directing your focus theme is being able to remain grounded. So as you're going through this transformation and you're kind of discovering a new version of yourself, it's super important for you to do grounding techniques. That can be anything from, walking barefoot on the grass at the park or in your backyard, to doing grounding meditations, whatever makes you feel grounded and secure and safe and present. Those types of habits are going to serve you very well because we know that there's this big transformation happening, right, with the Death card. If you can bring it in with a grounding energy, I feel like there's going to be a lot more, the transformation is going to be a lot more easeful. I'm using that a lot, but just more smooth and like more fluid. It's not going to be so harsh on you. It's something that really just kind of, I feel like it seeps in. That's a good way of putting it. It just kind of seeps into your life and it's very effortless. That's a way better term. Effortless. I love that. Okay, let me grab shaman cards here. Yeah, so I feel like with this whole thriving energy and this transformative energy, it's very busy, right? It's like all over the place. And then the grounding energy comes and like, again, smooths it out. And you want to have that smooth, calm energy to serve as a foundation for this transformation. Okay. Felt like that was worth saying. Okay. 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 Order is a little interesting to me. We've got this. Okay, so you have deep quiet, meditation, and stillness. So I think this is definitely in support of this grounding, but it's also in support of this death card and the transformation, right? When you are able to be quiet and be still and really quiet the mind, that is when the body can give answers. That is when the energetic body can speak. And so you're being called in the month of November to quiet things a little bit. Again, I think a lot of y'all are drinking tea, because I just got the tea again, and like, I know sometimes meditation is hard for people. So if you fall into that category, take the tea approach. It doesn't have to be tea. It could be anything, but where you sit and you drink something and you're just very present and you're listening to your body and you're not getting distracted. You're not sitting there swiping on your phone. You're stepping away from all of that and giving yourself 10 minutes to enjoy this beverage and be on your own. Okay, that's a good place to start. For all you hardcore people, meditate, baby, whatever that looks like for you. Okay, I've been getting into moon meditations a lot. There's a guided a lady who does guided moon meditations that I really like. If you want to know the link, let me know and I'll put it in the comments. But I've been doing that a lot and it's really, really been fun. So there's tons of guided meditations. If you're wanting to get into meditation but don't know how, YouTube, whatever it is that you're wanting to meditate about, because there's tons. And don't take like one meditation as like you gotta experiment, right? You gotta try them all and see what fits. Speaking of meditating, look at that. When you were able to really hone in on these spiritual practices and this being still, you're going to be able to truly tap into an energy source that feeds your soul. Oof, that's beautiful. But I quite literally feel like you are pulling energy from the heavens, okay? And when you're able to do that, when you're quiet and you're able to feel into this energy that we can't see, right? That is when life starts to get interesting. It's a lot more effortless. It's a lot more fun. And it can really be a good guide. And I feel like, as I was saying that's going to be coming in the next couple of months, not necessarily December, but you developing this skill and being able to feel energy is really, really going to be beneficial to you in the future, okay? The next card is overflow, and I feel like as you're going through this process, I feel like there's kind of two categories. One of you is like, this is kind of like a spiritual awakening, and it's scary but exciting, and it feels good, it's emotional, there's a lot of emotions overflowing, right? And then there's another category who, you all have been spiritual for a while, but this transformation is leveling you up a bit so that you're able to tap in easier, experiencing things in a different way, okay? Either way, whatever category you fall into. During the month of November, as you're going through this transformation, there is going to be a release. Whether that is an emotional release and you cry, or it is an energetic release of energy that has been stored in your body for a long time. I was just taken back to this. Ancestral energy that has been stored in your body energetically is going to be released when you are quiet and when you connect to spirit, okay? And this is necessary to have, this is necessary to have happen because you need energetic space. Right now I feel like you're full and you're overflowing, which is why you need to release this energy, okay? And for some of you too, it's emotional energy. So have a good cry, get it out, get mad if you need to, do whatever you need to do to release that anger. But definitely there is an overflow for you guys. I feel like mid to end November, for some of you, it's going to trickle into December as well. Are you ready for this? I release time and let the universe show me what to do. So I feel like this practice, this whole process, that is transforming you is preparing you to allow Spirit to come in and kind of take the wheel. Spirit, take the wheel. Okay. I love this image so much because I feel like universe always has your back. We all have a spirit team, our higher self, that is supporting us through this journey of being a human being. Okay. All right, let's see what cards come out. Okay, let's get a tarot for Capricorn in the month of December. December feels very beautiful. It feels very calm. It feels very, what is that I'm looking for? Peace, just peaceful, calm, relaxed. That was the word. Very relaxed, yeah. Like it almost feels like your soul is relaxed. Okay, what? Here we go. Oh, my Lord, you got two queens. Oh, no, that's even a queen. I thought it was a queen. You've got the, okay. So you have the Knight of Swords and you have the Nine of Pentacles. Okay. So I feel like the King of Swords is coming in because there's a person that comes in, masculine energy, that kind of is judging you for your spiritual growth. I don't know if it's because they're jealous that you're ascending. No, it almost feels like they're so close-minded to energy, the spirit realm, all of that, that they just can't even like begin to accept it. They can't even understand it. Like they just feel completely closed off by it. And then you've got this Nine of Pentacles, which feels so great. This project that you were doing in October, right? So you still have been working hard on it, even through this transformation. But the beautiful thing is this transformation helps you get your energy to a place where you are so successful with this project and financially successful, which I think is so good. Definitely, like we talked about promotion, I can for sure see promotion here in the month of December. It could also be like if you own a business that this transformative energy, how do I want to put this? It has led into your digital presence, which is attracting people to you. And because of that, I see a flood of wealth coming in during the month of December, okay? All right, let's do rose cards for Capricorn in the month of December. Okay, Capricorn in the month of December. What messages does Capricorn need? Okay, so when this person comes in and is kind of being a brat, we're going to say, it's really important for you to remember the child within, to mother yourself and remember your innocence, and really bring a tenderness to yourself during this situation. I feel like whoever this person is, they're pretty significant in your life, like someone that's not going anywhere. Maybe not for all, but for a lot of you. And you need to put up boundaries, just like a mama bear does, right? But you also need to be tender with yourself and try your best not to let this person shake you, okay? You have all this evidence from this transformation of what feels good to you, and what this person is doing doesn't feel good, okay? So trust those feelings that your body is telling you. Trust what energy you are feeling, okay? You also have Sophia, which is divine plan, wisdom, intelligence, and destiny. I feel like this transformation, remember how I said it's going to trickle into the coming months? It most definitely is, because there's a a divine plan at work here. And I feel like this is just the beginning of something bigger that's going to be coming in the next like 2 to 3 years, actually. But this is, we talked about it being like the foundation and the grounding energy being the foundation of it. This transformation breeds something great within you. Ooh, that's exciting. That's really exciting. Okay, let's see what Shaman has to support all of this for you, Capricorn, and the month of December. It was a good catch, wouldn't it? You have an eagle and a crow. I've not noticed this before, but the crow's feathers are peacock feathers. I haven't noticed that. It's interesting. I wonder why. Okay. Take the one that turned over. Yes, beautiful way to end. Okay, so first we have Eagle Eye, and I feel like this spiritual transformation, you honing in on your spiritual energy, gives you this bird's eye view of whatever this project is. If it's like your own business or, you know, what you do for your career or your family, whatever, like it gives you this holistic picture. And I also feel like it's giving you a holistic picture of whoever the King of Swords is, that you're able to kind of see where they're coming from, which is why you can be tender to yourself in this situation, because you can see their side of it and it's not as emotional for you. Okay. Okay, crow, definitely the reason why I hope you can see that they're peacock feathers, but this is going back to October. You're going to have a moment where you're wanting to feel that recognition again. You're wanting to be seen. And if that truly is the direction you want, there's the desire there. If you want to take action towards that, then you have got to take kind of a leap of faith, a really bold step towards something within that project, within that relationship, within the business. I feel like you need, whatever this is, it's kind of a pivot from how you've been viewing it up until this point. It's seeing it in a different way and kind of slightly going off into a different direction, but it's needed in order for you to receive this recognition, okay? And you do want the recognition because it supports the 9 of Pentacles. But I feel like you already kind of, like, the 9 of Pentacles comes in, and then this is kind of a theme for you that leads into the beginning of the year. So you pivot and you're doing something differently, and then that you're staying on that path for the next like 3 to 4 months, whatever that is, okay? I love that. But one thing I want to mention is it feels very aligned with all of this transformation that occurred. It feels very aligned with all of that. And I feel like this is also another little reminder to not stop this process during the coming months. Don't let it stop in December. Keep it going. I'm hearing at least like as a kind of forefront thought up until March. I don't know what's coming in March. It'll be interesting to see your reading then. Then look at this. You have the wheels, or fortune's wheel, luck, and right timing. So I feel like when you take this pivot, something happens that reassures you that it was the right move. It reassures you that you're on the right path, and you get a really big sense of pride from it because you were the one that initiated it, right? You were the one that took that big leap of courage, and look, it paid off. 100% it pays off. Whew. I feel like your energy here is very like golden and solid is what comes to me, okay? Capricorn, I love you so much. Please check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus videos so that you can get a clear picture of what is trying to be relayed to you. I always look for common themes, and then I know that those are the things I should be paying attention to in the coming months. Please like and subscribe. Hit that little bell if you want to be notified when I've uploaded new videos, okay? Capricorn, I love you, and I will see you next time.